And we're live. Hello, my name is Michelle Moroz. Yes, Dr. Michelle Moroz. And who is this with me?
Oh, well, I'm Dr. Smiley, but I'm with you.
We are Amplifluence, and this is actually our 10th show. We hit double digits. And Amplifluence, you can find us at amplifluence.com. And what does Amplifluence mean, Ken?
Well, first of all, it is our 10th show. Thank you for that little modification there. And Amplifluence is amplifying influencers. And I'll tell you why that's so important, because influencers are already amplifying, but we take it a lot further, accelerated. And there are people that deserve to be influencers, but they don't know how to amplify. We help them with that.
Okay.
No, I'm
Authors,
serious.
speakers, influencers of all kinds.
Models,
So
musicians, authors, artists.
Okay, well, let's share a little bit of our adventures doing what we do with Amplifluence. So let's share some of our adventures.
Okay.
What did we just come from?
Machu Picchu. Oops.
That's where you came from.
But we are going to go to Machu Picchu with Amplifluence.
Okay, I'm game. But we did just
And
come from.
we did come from New York. But before we go into New York, I do want to say Taj Mahal and Antarctica are going to be part of our Amplifluence tour. And Cuba.
Okay, and Cuba. Got it. But before we start our show and talk about all the things that are coming and the things that we would like to share today, we'd like to talk about a few birthdays. Do you have any birthdays for today?
Well, if I didn't, I wouldn't be connected.
Or the past 2 days?
Well, don't we do a 7 days? Because we're only every 7 days we do a show.
Yeah.
So I want you to meet Marco Avila, and he has helping hands, and he helps all these kids around the world, specifically in Africa, that have needs. And when you're in Baltimore, I want to introduce you to him. You know Marlon Greenwood because we met him in Las Vegas, and he gave such a nice little response to our birthday message. You're going to love this one. Ken MacArthur. He has a movie called documentary called The Impact Factor. And it's about whether you think you're doing something or you're not doing something, you actually have an impact. So people don't realize when they do nothing, they actually have an impact. They do nothing. Pretty crazy. Our gentle giant, Jackson Crisp.
I was making sure you had Jackson in there.
Oh, I knew you were, and I knew there was going to be a lot of criticism if I didn't. So, Jackson, I do this for you. Jackson, happy birthday.
Well, and Angel, you have Angel Tussie somewhere in there, don't you?
I do. She's next, Angel Tussie.
Right.
But before is Natasha Kapoor, who is the one who helped me lose a solid like 10 pounds, and somehow I gained them back in New York or something. Rich Kozak. Rich Kozak is from Ultimate Speaker Competition, and he is Rich Brands. Troy, you met Troy Seuss. Remember, he has the science fiction.
Janelle Harris.
Well, remember, Troy? Troy is the wonderful military NSA sci-fi guy that's going to have a movie.
I remember
Drew Van Landenham is having his birthday this weekend. Katrina Fink, Paul Fink's daughter, an amazing social media guru, and Giff Hughes, who you'll meet here in DC because she is probably going to have a party and we're going to be invited to it. She's a supermodel that invites all the socialites of DC, and you belong in it. You remember an author, Daniel Pink? Well, his birthday is next week, and I will actually send you the book. He has some amazing books, and you're going to smile big time when you see this one.
Natasha.
Brilliant singer. Porgy Bess.
She's part of that trio with me and Dr. Shelley. Yes. The Inspiring Lives trio. Okay, because I've got like 6.
You have like 27, I know. So do you remember when you're at Southwest and if you're not A-list or you're at any other airline, you need to check in your bags and you have those little kiosks that let you check them in? The guy who invented Priceline and those kiosks, so you don't have to wait in line for an hour just to get your boarding pass, is Paul Hoffman.
Nice.
So he
genius.
I have to say, Mighty love to Rick Lewis, a great friend. I want you to meet him. He's a brilliant videographer in Baltimore. Drew Berman. And I will close with that. There we go.
Yay. Thank you, Janelle, for all the wonderful, wonderful kudos. She loves my voice. I guess she saw the video of me singing at last. Yes. Thank you so much, Janelle. And you're doing a lot because you're helping us do what we do.
Times Square.
My birthday. Yep, she's the one who helped me with Times Square. I helped you with the Times Square. So happy birthday to Cara Peters. I met her. She was one of the she was doing the article for one of Dr. Shelley's magazines. Then Dello Furco. She does Pink Sisters. Pink Sisters. And then Tesra Ekholm, she's an artist here in Colorado Springs. I wear one of her dresses, one of her art dresses a lot. And then I have Angel Tussey, who you already mentioned. And then Jackson Crisp, who you already mentioned. And Alan Cohen, I met him in the Unleashed group of people. And then yesterday, a local friend of mine, her name is Janet McGonigal, and she's a local. Yes, I would love to have her in that book, but I need to get you out here to Denver to take her picture. But she is a local realtor out here, and she's fabulous. But that's it.
So
that's for that.
This person's kind of important to you right now.
Yes, Dr. Pauline. Yeah, her birthday was like last week, though, wasn't it?
I know, but don't you have some shrink wrap or something?
Oh, yeah. So this is what happened last week. I got my doctorate officially on this gigantic heavy plate thing, wood thing, and I'm now officially Dr. Ross.
And for those of you who are,
Dr. Omps is the one who, well, her husband, Dr. James A. Omps, is the one who signed this.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's all these amazing. Look at this. You even have Mark Zuckerberg's sister in your book.
Ah, nice.
And I was looking for a couple of surprises, but if you want Michelle's birthday book, can we give it to him for free, please, as an ebook? Please, 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 please.
Of course. Just write in the comments that you want it, and we'll send it to you.
And by the way, if you don't want it and you give us your email, we'll still send it to you. There you go.
Okay. Now, we are big about connections and collaborations and compilation books and celebrating people.
And even celebrations. Yeah.
We love to celebrate people. And that's really what Amplifluence is about amplifying people and celebrating what they've done in the world or what they're about to do in the world. And one of the things we're about to do is this week I'm flying up. Ken's going to pick me up at the airport, and then we're going to head out. Yeah, you're driving up. We're going to head out to Philadelphia Freedom. But what are we doing in Philadelphia?
Well, we're actually playing homage and a tribute and gratitude to Christoph Wyman, who created this amazing event called the Ultimate Speaker Competition, where we met a year ago, something like that, roughly.
We met July 30th, a year ago.
Very close. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a saying by Charlie Tremendous Jones, and it's the difference between where you are today and where you'll be 5 years from now are the people you meet and the books you read. And Christoph is certainly an example of a magnet of people that actually come together that have big hearts and doing big things. And he cultivated our conversation. So there's not a day that we don't think about the fact that Ultimate Speaker Competition had that kind of merit. There you go.
If you'd like to join us in Philly, go to ultimatespeakercompetition.com and join us. It's this coming weekend. And you can come as a guest. You can come as an attendee, an actual competitor.
Yes. And you can actually make a difference for the people you know by bringing them as well, because we're doing a Keep Smiling Philadelphia Freedom Edition. I mean, wouldn't you like to know, if you went to a city, who the most positive people were, and that you could actually reach them and say, I saw you one of the most positive people. I'd like to meet you. That's what the book does. I love how you're putting the date after that. And I love how you're doing those click sounds. That's really good.
I'm working really hard back here.
This is off the program. I know we did our skit and everything for quite a while, but I just want to say this is Kenny's new kitten. And this is the nap time, and this is not the nap time. This is the other nap time for the other kitten, and this is the last nap time for Kenny. So there's a lot of napping happening in this house right now. I'll tell you that. These cats, do you know cats sleep like 20 hours a day? And
Mhm.
they're not tired of it either. They're really happy about that. But they are purring machines. So Kenny has been spending his day writing his 9th book, and I'm elated because I actually was told by Kenny that this was not one of his favorite books to write. And I said, I will charge you $2,000 to do future books, or you can do this book and I'll pay you $100 to write it. And he says, really, $100? So he's writing Kenny's Adventures to Machu Picchu. And
Oh, good.
yeah, so when your child at some point doesn't really agree with what you think would be best for him and or her, and you say,
You
golly
do
gee,
know he's only 9. It's just going to get bigger and bigger.
I know. But he has the computer. He's, I believe, knocked out the story. And can I give like the 90-second version, please?
Good, because I'm laughing at Janelle's Ken is Ken funny.
So here's the 90-second version, 2 minutes tops. Kenny wakes up. He gets on a plane. He overrides DC with the Washington Monument, then flies into New York and sees the Statue of Liberty, flies to Lima, then Cusco, then to Machu Picchu, sees this amazing 8th wonder of the world, which is not technically an 8th wonder of the world, but sees how amazing civilization was back 2,000-3,000 years ago. And then he flies back to Lima, and he's in a park with all these cats. He's not allergic for the first time. He says, can I take him back to America? Answer, no. He comes back and he says, Daddy, can we get a cat if Mommy agrees? And Mommy's in agreement, and we have 2 cats, and that's quite an adventure. I think it's so cool that Machu Picchu, we would not have 2 cats if it wasn't for Machu Picchu trip, period. There's no way. It was never a conversation, not a discussion. He was not allergic to cats for 3 weeks while he was in Peru. It doesn't make sense.
Janelle, you have a book?
First of all, we love Janelle. And by the way, we met Janelle at Ultimate Speaker Competition.
Yeah. She came and hugged me after I won.
And to be very clear with everyone on this show, your book was at Times Square because of Janelle Harris.
Yes. I say it all the time. Which book, Ken? It's right behind your head. Move a little to your right. Top left. There it is.
Hold my
and then my newest book is down. Oh, don't do that.
Well, I'm trying to make sure. I want to make sure. There we go. That's better, right? Hey, there was no faux pas there. I did it all right.
Oh, we met.
And by the way,
we also met Dinky at Ultimate Speaker in Colorado.
We did. I mean, Ultimate Speaker is like a culmination of people that actually want to step on stage and make a difference in the world. I mean, that is so cool. And the thing that's so cool about what we're doing is we're amplifying the fact that they can do it by marketing, doing the social proof, getting the books, all the marketing materials you need. So really cool. What's next? Are we done? Oh, we're going to do the 1 minute show now?
No, she said, please call me. Dinky wants you to call her.
Okay. Should I call her now? Let me call her.
No, not now.
Dinky, text me. I'll call you.
Sounds
How
good.
about that?
Sounds good. So this Thursday, I will be in the Baltimore area, headed up to Philly. If you'd like to join us at the Ultimate Speaker Competition, go to ultimatespeakercompetition.com. You can be a guest, be in the audience, or compete. It's a good place to be.
Going back to the Library of Congress.
We are? Sabrina says hi. We need to bring Sabrina with us on our little book.
Sabrina loved the photos of the Library of Congress. She made a lot of comments about the photos we posted for the.
Well, we met Sabrina. Well, you met Sabrina at the Ultimate Speaker too in Florida. Sabrina, it's been 1 year. No, I met her before, but we met in person a year ago this week.
Yeah, that's crazy. Very cool.
Okay. Dinky will write you.
Thank you for Dinky.
And then Sabrina says, I would love them. Yes.
So Sabrina, you gotta come up with all those authors, those beautiful people you have on your TV show. We have to do the Library of Congress. We have to do Times Square. I mean, this is a great tour for all your authors. And thank you for what you do to actually be an Amplifluence partner with causing a lot of people to know what it is to have legacy, impact, and most important, community.
Yes. Dinky's laughing at you. Yes, Sabrina, we will bring Amplifluence to Florida. We've already thought about doing it. We just couldn't find a location to do it. So if you find a location, you let us know, because we've been trying to get back, and you know who we're working with, Pearl Knapp. So we've been working with her. Getting us
if there's only a location in Florida that you could have an event, I mean,
I know only there was one. No, but it kind of ran into our New York Times and all that stuff. So now we're looking in September right now, I thought.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got our travel agent.
And a big shout out to Bernardo Moya, who has his book coming out, Man Evolves, and it's going to be released at the Love event in Miami. I mean, I don't think are we doing calendar things? Can I say a couple calendar things? You have your event on 9/10, right? In Arizona?
Yeah, in Arizona.
Tell me about it. I want to know more about this.
Why don't you talk about yours really first so I can find it?
So the Love event.
No, I found it.
Good.
My event that I'm
Love event. Oh, wait, the Love event.
Women.
The Love event. Okay,
stop. Powerful Women Leaders Empowerment Summit 2022. It is in Phoenix, Arizona, and it is going to be run by, let's see if I can find it.
We can put in the link. No big deal.
Okay, because Crystal Richardson is the one who's running it. So I'll put the link into the chat and then you'll see it.
And Robert Peterson from Add Value to Life might be the photographer and podcaster that's actually present at that event. So I'm going to put that out in the universe. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Blah, 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 blah. And his lovely wife, Noelle Peterson, who has a beautiful planner book, she should be there. I mean, I think that's kind of cool. We don't even know is it going to be there, and we're putting it out there. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
What else? Lots of things happening here. Oh, we were in New York at your event, Dr. Shelley Hipsky. We didn't talk about it, did we?
No, that's where we, Dr. Shelley and Natasha and I, we basically launched Inspiring Lives Trio because no one knew we were going to do this. And we each went up, sang a song, and then spoke. So I started with At Last, and then shared a bit of my story. Then Natasha came up, and she did her Porgy and Bess and Summertime and did her story. And then Dr. Shelley came up and sang When You're Good to Mama, and then shared her story of her empowering lives, empower you is what she was talking about, what she does around the world.
And what, When You're Good to Mama, I think that might become a new first dance. I mean, what a beautiful rendition. It's so soft, so elegant. What a heartwarming song.
Ask any of the chickies in my pen. They'll tell you I'm the biggest mother hen.
You did some carousel too.
Oh, yeah, because the very end, the pianist who's from Broadway, he started playing What Use Is Sitting Alone in Your Room? Come hear the music play. And so we started singing with him. Life is a cabaret, oh chum. Come to the cabaret. Yeah, so the trio will be singing and doing inspiration at the same time. So if you're looking for a entertaining and inspirational group, we've got you covered.
And Margie was one of the speakers at the event.
You keep calling Margie.
I know, because she's got so much flair. She's a dynamic speaker, and I'm just so excited that she's going to be working to help Amplifluence and also to get her book out there the way it should be done.
Yep.
Are you looking at cat photos?
No, I was trying to get the link for the event I was just talking about onto our doohickey, but I can't find where everybody's writing, so I'll have to put it in later.
And your book needs some more birthdays. We're about to reprint it again. If there's anyone that you know that deserves to be honored as a queen on their birthday, please nominate them and let us see if we can fill up some of these pages. I'll give you an example. So these 2 pages are filled. Okay, that's a country singer, by the way. no, this one. I'm sorry, this one's country singer. And if you flip a couple pages, but boom, you see this
Boom.
amazing podcast and radio. But then you see this side that needs a birthday. So that is June 28th. So we need birthdays in this book of queens that are actually getting on stage or making a big difference, creating movements to help empower people. Correct, Amundo?
Ah, correcto mundo. Now, my friend Susan Stamp Robbins, she's watching. I knew her in high school. If you're ever anywhere near where I am, Susan, I want you in my birthday book. I'm
Amen.
going to
And
I'm going to Philly next, and then Ken's bringing me up to New York, and then I think the next thing I'll do is Arizona. But if you are anywhere, you let me know, okay? Because write me.
but if she's anywhere, she's going to be,
I
because
know,
you
but I
cannot be
want
nowhere.
anywhere near me, and then that
I
way I
would
can do it.
Kat Voss, I wish I had her book cover handy, but we're making a book. We just got the book cover approved for her new book, Kat Voss. We'll go ahead and put a link in there. And then Gail Hamilton's book is being re-released, and she is doing the blind coffee table book. And what a book that's going to be.
Wait a minute,
It's
Cat.
Kat Voss. That's Brian Swanson's friend.
She's doing the blind
No,
table.
I said those are two books. Those are two different. So Gail
Oh, about to
Hamilton's
say,
doing.
because Gail Hamilton's doing the blind book. Okay,
Oh, there's
I
no
was
doubt about that. Gail Hamilton's book, The Blind Coffee Table Book, and this is going to be huge. I'm telling you. I'm really excited about this book coming out.
yeah. Gail has been blind. Well, she was sight impaired when she was young, then blind, and now she's completely blind. She sees not even shadows anymore, and she's got her book, "Soaring into Greatness," that she's republishing with Perfect Publishing, and then she's got several other books that are coming out all
The
about
economy.
addressing the blind.
Yep. And 75% of blind people are not employed. They're employable. And this is something we're going to shift in the United States. We're going to shift in the world if we can. But she has a coffee table book, and she's releasing it in two versions. It's the blind coffee table book in black and white, and the blind coffee table book in full color. I mean, this is, and we're only charging $5 more for the color version, so it's a really big deal.
Oh, is May 14th open in my birthday book?
That's a good question. I mean, I love when you ask me questions where I can actually find the book and look it up. So May 14th could be open.
Okay.
May
See, here's
May 13th is open, but May 14th.
Okay. Well, the thing is it's a digital book, so we can have more than one person per page. We don't normally print the book.
We cannot have more than one person per page. No, you can do a second edition. We can do a second edition. I will tell you that I don't know if you know the person on the 14th, so we can have the person you know on the 14th.
Okay,
How about that?
stinky. Well, good morning. Good morning, Facebook user. No idea who that is because it just says Facebook user. Now, can you do me a favor? Can you stand up? Stand up.
Oh, for Jackson?
And say happy birthday, Jackson.
Hi, Jackson. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jackson. Happy birthday
to you. You know, I call him and text him. I text him every day and I tell him how many days it is to his birthday again. So I'm just really excited.
We love you, Jackson. I'm just awesome,
man. We do.
Okay. Well, whoever Facebook user is, I'm hoping it's Heather that says, "Good morning, doctors."
You know, Heather brought it to my attention that someone on Voice America's Got Talent used my jacket during their performance. Not happy about that.
Yep, it's Heather. It's your favorite jacket user. And Jackson still loves us. He says we're two of his favorite people.
We are going to do a coffee table book of all the people Jackson has had his body next to.
Jackson, I hope you saw the picture that Ken took at the Rock Your Life picture where you're with Craig and Steve Rizzo and Glenn Morshower. Yeah. I hope you saw it. That's a fun picture.
And Steve Rizzo, would you please stop texting me? I mean, listen, a guy needs a break. Okay.
I just got his book, Conversations with Bob. So check that one out. Steve Rizzo,
Yeah.
Conversations with
Okay.
Bob. And Bob is his conversation with God.
You
Bob
know,
is
I
God.
know that you don't. I know you don't cuss and you don't use the F word, but
Nope.
was that skit about the Falkland Islands? I mean, that was
That
so
was pretty
funny. Do you
funny.
remember that? Yeah,
That
and
was
and without any cussing, he says, "I had a professor that was teaching in a history class, and they said Venezuela just attacked the Falkland Islands, and one of the New Yorkers said, 'Which Falkland Island are you talking about?'" And all right, we went down a little bit. So hearts to
we.
you. Well, we does sound like me a
Don't
little
you
bit.
bring me down that hole with you. Don't you bring me down that hole. Ah, Jackson likes that picture. Yes, it was a great picture. So, Ken,
Yeah, I know it's that time, and it gets misty over here. By the way, I watched Cinderella Man, and I'm going to
hi,
encourage
girly.
anyone that would like a comeback story, and if they're going through any type of uh, hopelessness, or they just want to see someone that overcame the odds. It's a true story. Cinderella Man with Russell Crowe. I've seen it 7 or 8 times, but I saw it last night, and it just, I don't know why, I just felt compelled to see it, but it always makes me feel so good.
I'm
You should
glad you
see it.
watched it. I will. I just tend not to watch TV or movies, and I've got a book
But
to write.
is there
They gave me my doctorate, and I now have to publish my dissertation. So I've got things to do.
Yeah, that's true. You know, there's something called downtime where you get revitalized, and it could be that you work out or that you to go for a walk. Well, one of the things I do is I make sure I see 1 or 2 inspiring movies a week, and I do think it really revitalizes me. You
And I
should.
go to the pool.
Oh, well, there's the pool. Yeah, there's always the pool. All right. So for those of you who've noticed, we're not going for the 1 minute world record for the shortest show. We are still trying to design a script that's going to do it, because we've had several scripts submitted to us, and we go to 1 minute and 7 seconds, 1 minute and 9 seconds. So it's been frustrating for not just us, but for the world.
Oh, Dinky says TV takes her brain off work. And then Gerline says, being a publisher, what are the odds and goodies that come along with being one? A publisher or published?
Publisher? That's a good question.
Hi,
Jackson. Jackson, I'm not going to let anyone else see this. I'm covering this up a little. There you go.
Thank you, Gerline, from my doctor thing. Yes, party is due. I'm making Ken take me out to dinner when we are in Philly.
It's a deal.
But Gerline, being a publisher and the odds and goodies that come along with being one, that is a side conversation, because that is
actually, I'll give you the 45-second.
Okay, give
So
it the 45.
45 seconds. Being a publisher that knows how to market allows you to finally give a gift that authors get to have impact in the world. That is the gift. That's the big one, and the reason I do it.
And then he partners with really amazing people like this lady, Janelle Harris. She is family. She's the one she's a publicist, and she connected with my publisher, and they got my book on Times Square, New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I'll give this as a gold nugget for our show today. And by the way, we should actually have a gold nugget and make a book at the end of maybe 100 shows of 100 gold nuggets from the show. So here's the gold nugget. Most people go into a book creating a book that's 99% of the effort. 1% is the marketing budget. And with what Perfect Publishing does, or what I advise, is put 1% into the book, 99% into the marketing and the social proof and the campaign. Because
did you hear that, Dinky? Dinky's almost done with her book.
Good. Well, your book is the content, but without the distribution, it's just a secret. So we don't want that.
Heather says she watches HGTV home renovations to inspire in rebuilding herself. I like that thought process. But yes, Dinky, did you hear what Ken said? 1% in actually creating the book. The rest of it is in marketing the book. Money is involved in the marketing side, not the actual.
Yeah.
And energy.
Energy, time, resources, whatever. But
and all that is money.
Yes. equal to.
Yes. Uh, Interesting way to network. Yes. Good. I'm glad you're writing your story. Thank you. I like to be an example because I'm an example to myself and others.
Awesome.
Okay. So everyone, amplifluence.com. If you want us to go to your city, Erlene, you can work on it, but coming out to India will take a little bit more. But if you want us to come to your city on amplifluence.com, there is a form you can click. You can click a button and it says come to my town or come to my city. And then that way you can go, it requests us to come to you. And what we do when we do get there, Amplifluence uses you as the pinnacle in that city.
Partners.
And we partner
Partners.
up. Yeah, we partner up with you so that you are the ones that we show as, this person's in the city, and then all the other authors come to support you, and we all support each other at the same time.
Yeah, positioning. By the way, Gurleen, if you would like to share your city, we are very interested in going to the Taj Mahal next year. So how close are you to the Taj Mahal experience?
Oh, Gurleen, where are you? Are you close to the Taj Mahal?
And that's in, what is that? I'm trying to remember the city. Appa? I'll have to Google that.
Yeah. No, Gurleen, are you next to, that would be awesome, because Anjali, she works with me. She's actually in Nepal. Oh, she's in Punjab, very close to it. Yes.
Is she? That's really
she
awesome.
just wrote. Because
Agra. It's in Agra.
And she's in
Agra,
Punjab.
India. Punjab? Okay. They're basically sister cities.
Now, something about Gurleen that you don't know. She was one of my very first guests. Well, one of my first year guests on my podcast when I was only on Facebook. Guess how many hits we had on just her show? Gurleen, when you want to inform him?
How many?
3 million.
Really? I did not have that.
Gurleen, it was in the millions, right? She came on my show. We hit like 3 million people watching that show.
So right here.
Oh no, she says Kandigar. Can you say it?
Yeah, Kandigar, and Taj Mahal is one of the days travel. Yeah, it's 9 hours 46 minutes, and Punjab is interesting because
we hit 4K, not 4M.
4K. Well, 4K and M is just a letter difference in a way, right? So, Gurleen, this is pretty cool. That Punjab, is that where Punjabi music came from? Because Punjabi music is the bomb diggity of music. I mean, that is the hip hop of dance in India.
She says you're right.
Yep. Cool. I love Punjabi music. And we cannot wait to take a journey possibly up to Punjab, since they were the originators of Punjabi music. I mean, that would be so cool. You like music, don't you?
I love music. So we are traveling around the world. So this is why it's exciting. Oops, what'd she say? It's a great way to dance and celebrate. Yes, Gurleen was dancing through COVID. She was dancing online because she needed to get out.
Cool.
Yeah.
We might have to have, we have to play music. I'm going to move that. Gurleen has inspired me-us to play something from around the world every single week, just even if it's 30 seconds, just to integrate that music actually is the universal language and a smile is the universal expression. So, Gurleen, thank you so much. In fact, Gurleen, you will be the first one to pick a Punjabi song, or any song for that matter, that you'd like us to play at our next show, just to start it off, just to get that pulse going.
You really think I know how to play sound through this thing?
No, I don't. But what I'll do is I will play it. I'll play it from here. I will play it. I mean, we'll play it. In fact, Gurleen might be our DJ. Gurleen might be the DJ. She's brought in. She throws down, and then we get the show going.
Sounds good. Well, send us the name of the song and the artist, and we will make sure we have it. Okay, Gurleen? That's funny. Ken is
Gurleen, do you know about RRR, the movie? RRR? I'm just curious. I just saw that movie, and man, it has got some of the best dance music and also dance moves I've ever seen in a movie. Okay, so we'll have that conversation later. I'm sure Dr. Mraz will connect us. But the movie RRR, just a phenomenal movie about Indian history
She
and
knows it. She
civilization.
knows it.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
knows it.
Is that amazing? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you got to take a break and actually check out international movies like RRR. Really crazy cool movie.
Okay, I will. I'll peek at it. So
Okay,
I
good.
better get going. I'm supposed to be on a podcast in about 2 minutes, I think.
And listen, Dr. Mraz, this is what happens when you become a doctor. You have like seconds that count.
I'm not that kind of doctor. I do not cut into people. I do not
Okay.
do that. Sam, I am. Oh, I have 20 minutes. Good. I'm good. So,
Good.
anyways, thank you so much for joining us. And I appreciate, and Ken appreciates each and every one of you. Apparently, we're going to be watching RRR and have Punjab music starting our show next week. Sabrina, we will work with you and Pearl. We'll figure out a way to get to Florida and make that a big impact for both of you out there. And we can do the Amplifluence, according to Pearl Knapp, that we will do Amplifluence live from her trailer that is a portable, movable, craziness, awesome sound studio. Janelle, thank you
Yes.
for joining us, and hope we can see you on Times Square again soon. Dinky,
We
thanks for
will.
joining us. Don't forget to write. Keep writing.
We're committed. 100 people at Times Square before the end of the year.
Okay.
100 people.
And
It
Jackson,
might take 2 or 3 visits.
I just love Jackson. If you don't know who he is, look up Jackson Crisp. I've asked him to be in the Hold My Crown men's book, the King's book, Hold My Crown Men of Grit Share Stories of Vulnerability, because Jackson is awesome.
I told you. This is one of the best Punjabi songs. Do you know the song? We gotta let it break for a second. 1 second. 1 second.
We're going to get in trouble by Facebook because you're playing music that we don't have copyright for.
Oh my gosh.
Turn it off.
Woo! Just before they were about to kick it.
She said, wow.
Yes, I know.
You rain. You're
All
welcome.
right, so we have
okay, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. We'll be on the road, so let's see what happens when we go on next week. But keep an eye out for us. We'll pop on. We'll try to schedule so you can see us when we're about to come on. But we will be in Philly and possibly in a train. So I'd like to come on earlier so that we don't miss you. Have a great week, everybody. Ken, what do you always say?
Stay amplified and keep smiling.
Yes, stay amplified. And I always say, be the best version you unapologetically. Until next week, everyone, be well. We'll see you then. Oh.